What's up, everybody? What's up, MGTOW? So, today's a special day. I guess you can figure out what day it is. It's Hitler's birthday, of course, so Sig Heil, my niggas. But seriously, I wanted to talk about the death of nuance in society in general, and I just wanted to give a couple examples that I see in some more popular spheres of kind of just the general lack and the death of the use of nuance within presenting ideas or facts, or even just the idea of nuance itself as a concept is vanishing in society. Now, the first example I want to give is a commentary on the Wet Ass Pussy song by Cardi B. Now, a lot of people have given the commentary that the song itself is obscene and, therefore it's a bad song. I mean, the song itself, it's all right for like a kind of like a club song. It's not really a bad song. It's not the best club song in the world either. And I think it's definitely been overhyped because there's 1,000 other songs with the same type of content. And personally, I don't think that the content of the song itself is really what needs to be criticized. And in fact, it's more the audience's lack of the concept of nuance. Like, for instance, songs have always been made about wet ass pussy from the dawn of time. There's been songs about it, but they were more nuanced. Like, take for example Nat King Cole's Unforgettable. It's like, I'm sure the woman cooked a very good fried chicken, but something tells me that's not what was unforgettable about her. When he's saying, oh, unforgettable, he can't forget her fried chicken, right? He can't forget how she made the bed. No, of course, he can't forget the wet ass pussy, but he just doesn't say wet ass pussy. So, because it's a nuanced thing. It's like, we all know what he's talking about, at least all the adults do. And then children can actually listen to the song too. And it's a double entendre. But nowadays, that's lost on the audience. Like, using a double entendre or trying to insinuate something in a song is now lost. Like, you can't insinuate the wet ass pussy. You just have to come out and say, my pussy's really wet, stick your dick inside. Like, if that's not the lack of nuance, then I don't know what is, because songs have always been made about WAP. It's just the fact that nowadays you literally have to come out and say WAP, like, for people to get what you're talking about. Now, another example is in the political sphere, because we can see within the political sphere, as society gets more complicated and the issues get more complicated, especially dealing with things that have to deal with biology and statistics and high levels of technology, a lot of people just don't get the nuance. When it comes to voting, if you tell them, oh, well, you're voting for red team or blue team, red team bad, blue team good, blue team bad, red team good, there's no nuance in that. And that's easy for people to understand. But once you start talking about the effects of, social media on statistics and voting and, the electoral colleges, or you start talking about things like chromosomes and DNA, that kind of stuff starts to get lost on a lot of people. It's not as easy to just get up there and say red team, blue team, as it is to start talking about chromosomes and how there's 23 chromosomes and that makes 46 chromosomes, and those 46 chromosomes combined to turn into a human being, and depending on whether it's a Y chromosome or X chromosome or two X chromosomes or one X and one Y, it's a male or a female, and it's just not a slogan. It's not sloganable. So it gets lost, and then people kind of tune out and they just want to know red team, blue team, right? Just like they just want to know where to stick it. They don't want to have the nuance of having to try to use their imagination and figure out what the person's talking about. It's just red team, blue team, stick it in here. Like, that's it. And then it's like the same thing with all this medical stuff that's going on with the CV. It's like, there probably is a very nuanced approach to the whole mass thing, which is what I would take, where it's like, in situation X, I might wear it. In situation Y, I'm not going to wear it. And in this situation, I might. And I have a list of situations and reasons as to why I'm not going to wear it in this situation. And I have a list of reasons why I would wear it in other situations. But it's not, most people, it's either you wear it all the time or you're trying to kill everybody, or don't wear it because you're a slave. And those are the only two answers, right? It's like there is no nuance in it. There's no, well, each time I judge the situation based on the merits of that situation and the people in the situation, and that's too nuanced. It's too nuanced. It's either you wear it all the time or you're killing everybody, or you never wear it or you're a slave, right? That's it. There's no nuance. There's no, if I'm in a work situation and there's a bunch of people and we're working elbow to elbow, I'm going to wear it out of respect for them, even though I don't believe in it. I might not believe in it myself, but I'll still wear it out of respect for them. But I'm not going to wear it when I'm jogging in the park. No, you know what I mean? It's like and there's a whole nuanced list of things like that, where it's not just like, if I wear it, I'm a slave, or I'm going to kill everybody if I don't wear it. Too much nuance. And that kind of brings me to my last point about MGTOW. MGTOW is another thing. It's just too nuanced. And I think you can look at kind of comparing it with incel to MGTOW, because I think in some respects, incel is what people wanted MGTOW to be. And that's why incel became more popular than MGTOW, is because it's less nuanced. And there's nothing against incels, but it's just incel is sloganable. You can say, oh, they're incels. What's an incel? A guy doesn't get laid. Oh, they're MGTOW. What's MGTOW? Well, it's complicated. It's like, oh, so they're guys that don't get laid? Well, some of them have multiple kids, and, some of them are like ladies' men, and they have like multiple girlfriends. So they're guys that hate women. No, they don't hate women. A lot of them want to have families, and so what is MGTOW? Well, it's kind of a nuanced thing. You got to kind of take a look at it. It doesn't work. What's an incel? Guy doesn't get laid, right? It's just easier, and then you can use it as a pejorative, and you can see that the use of the word incel proliferated much quicker than, like, people don't even use the word MGTOW in other spheres. Like, you watch other spheres videos, and people talk about incel almost across every type of sphere, whether it's left-wing, right-wing, political, entertainment. So, like, pretty much any category you can think of, somebody's mentioned incel, or like betas, something like that, like along those lines. And pickup artists are referenced a lot, because what's a pickup artist? These guys trying to pick up chicks, right? It's easy. There's no nuance in it. It's just like, I'm trying to pick up chicks, trying to get laid. There's no nuance. But what's MGTOW? Oh, well, some of them are fighting for men's rights, and some of them believe this, and some of them believe that, and this guy believes this, and they're not getting laid, but they can get laid, but they're not getting laid, but they are getting laid, and some of them are married, and, well, not married, but some of them have kids, and some of them don't have kids, and they're trying to do artificial wombs and sex dolls, but some of them are against sex dolls, and some of them are celibate. It just doesn't work. You can't just say, well, what is MGTOW? It's this thing. That's the nuanced approach to MGTOW. It's this thing with guys in it. Like, it doesn't bode well to be spread around like as a meme, as an idea, because it's too nuanced. And so, especially with a channel like mine, where I'm trying to go even more into nuance and more into detail on something that's already a nuanced topic, when we can't even get people to understand what chromosomes are, and then we're trying to like fight for like men's like image in society, or whatever we're trying to do for men, it's not going to really take off much, because it's just a little bit too nuanced. It's just there's too much explanation involved. It's not soundbiteable. It's not sloganable. So really, I don't know. It's just one of those things where the nuance itself has just died off as a thing in society, where, getting into the fine points and the fine detail of some type of topic or thing. Most people, either they don't have time for it, they don't have the attention span for it. So really, what can you do? I guess you could try to sloganify everything that you do and make everything into a quick soundbite and never go into detail on anything and just say, women bad, men good, women bad, men good, hitting the wall and all this type of stuff. Or you can just keep making more nuanced type of things and people just won't pay attention to it. So that's really just my thoughts on the whole death of nuance and in those specific topics. I have some other examples, but I might save them for another video. That's it for this one. Have a good day and go MGTOW.